Welcome everybody to another episode of the Unreasonable Art of Living podcast. I'm your host, Gerd Moling, joined with my co-host, Justin Davis. As always, enjoy the music. Dun, 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 dun. Do, 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 do. Every time.
You do need to record that into the track.
Maybe.
And then you'll add
more. I think I will stick to the improv. Just jamming with it. Whatever wants to flow through me will flow through me.
Okay. Next time I want to hit the button though.
Yes. Of course, man. You're welcome to hit the button.
Thanks.
Yes, man. They're beautiful buttons. So I have the Rode, it's like in front of me, it's like this huge machine called the Rodecaster Pro 2. It's kind of like a mobile sound studio. It looks really cool. It has big buttons you can press. And they have colors. Hey, first and foremost, welcome everyone. I hope you're doing fine wherever you are right now. Today's a very exciting episode. Today's kind of like the last episode of us sitting in the exact same spot here in Miami at Justin's place. I'm going to go back to Vienna, and Justin also has some news to share where he will go.
Leaving after 5 years. And just to be clear, we sit in this spot. We've sat in this spot for 6 weeks straight, not just for this podcast.
Exactly. Not just the podcast.
Hackathons and building stuff.
Yeah.
And jam sessions. Playing Terraria.
It's a very special spot. So if you listen to this on audio only, go on YouTube. Just check out the spot. Then you will know. It's a very, very sacred spot. So today, I think we have a lot has happened again last week. First of all, we're going to start with reflections. Last week, we went live with 11 Dunbar with our founding crew, and we want to share about what was it like, and what was it like, and also like reflecting the whole 6 weeks period. And how the next 6 to 8 weeks, how they might look like. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's start with last week.
Let's see if we can make it through this time.
It's the second take, by the way.
It's the first time we've ever had to do a second take. Thank goodness it was only in the first few minutes. We, for some inexplicable reason, decided to start the washing machine and the dishwasher prior to starting the recording. Yeah.
And notifications.
I didn't turn those are off.
Apparently not.
Whatever. That take wasn't meant to happen. It's all good. So so we're gonna talk about the first week of going live. It's a culmination of 6 months, 7 months of going we went into the preparation of getting this, from shaping mission, vision, values, and the ideas of what we even wanted to build together. We knew we just wanted to do something together and bring people together in some way. And so, to finally introduce that to the folks that kind of answered the call, the bat signal of, trying to tap into your inner child and just explore your imagination, and what are the ways to do that and connect with other people looking doing the same. It's very beautiful. And so it was great to see that start and take shape all last week. And then we had our kickoff call with everyone, because they're all around the world, right? The founding members. We have a group in Miami and New York, but everyone else is kind of distributed. So we brought them together for this first kind of town hall on a Saturday morning or Saturday evening for Europeans, but in Asia, but and here in the States, it was a Saturday morning. And these are all high agency founders, builders, artists. I mean, it doesn't matter who you are, what your job is. They all got shit to do. And they showed up for over 90 minutes, the full length of the call, on camera. And were present and active. And, oh, man, it was so good. And we could have ended it probably after just the intros of just everyone finally getting to meet one another after a few weeks of going through the process and doing the puzzles and the Easter eggs and only really talking to us. They hadn't met each other. They didn't even really know who else was a founding member in that first cohort. So to see them all come together and slowly filter into the call, camera on, and to say, oh, is she? And
exactly.
Some folks knew each other, but for the most part, it was all strangers. To paraphrase of Ted Lasso, like it's like congrats. In the worst case, congrats. We all met someone cool today, and I thought that was very beautiful. And then the intro started, and they were just everyone put a lot of heart and energy and thought into the way that they showed up and communicated who they were and why they were excited to be here and meet everyone and what they hoped this experience for the years to come would look like and what they could get out of it, and then what gifts they could share to the world. So yeah, it was awesome. It was I couldn't have. I don't think we could have really asked for a better start and a better group. And yes, I'm just excited to see where it goes next as a result.
Yeah, fully with you. I think.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, all of that, and again, it was like this. There was the highlight so far of this 6 months of when we started. We started with a kind of a direction we want to go, and then like kept iterating and formulating and working on the core DNA of what 11 Dunbar is, and then Saturday seeing all the people together, because we as you said, we knew all of them one-on-one. We talked with them, we had an interview, so we knew what an amazing crowd of people we have.
But some of the people we didn't know.
No.
Like it was the first time we were
Exactly.
meeting, but we knew them in the sense that we at least had one-on-one with them or one or two calls.
So it was just very exciting to see them all in one room and letting them hear each other and like getting to know each other, like the starting point. So for me, there was such a heartfelt moment to see all the people in the same crowd and let them hearing what 11 Dunbar means to them and why they're here, why they joined, and their background story. So I'm just really, I can't wait that they get to know each other better.
And that was a Zoom, Google Meet, whatever digital experience. And I thought we as in the collective group, not just you and I, but we and all the folks there, did a really good job of immediately establishing comfort in the room, which is the necessary prerequisite for vulnerability and creativity and just like opening up and sharing and stuff. And so I felt like that was something we had done really well at my last two companies, Spectrum and Nerdle, creating we had a distributed workforce, but like creating that comfort so folks could share and be open and just like, have a good time or be vulnerable, whatever it was. It felt, even though there's no employees in that meeting, it reminded me of exactly one of the things I hoped this would be, which was some of the magic that we had created in previous companies. But this was like people were choosing to be there, not for employment, but for imagination and creativity and meeting other like-minded people. And I felt it was the culmination of a really thoughtful process that went into thinking about the applications and the filtering, and the folks that showed up immediately were able to be comfortable with one another and just kind of laugh, be silly. There's some really touching moments and some deep things that were shared, and also just some really silly parts of the intro that allow people to connect. And so it's great.
And I think it's also why I think it was half an hour to 40 minutes where members were kind of sharing about who they are, why they joined, and then the rest of the town, I think we can share it much, was just about like sharing again like the core of the idea of 11 Dunbar. Yeah. It's like this co-stewardship. We started calling it digital Burning Man idea, and I think
we should probably unpack that
because I think it's super important, because it's like for us became so clear like where we started from and now where we want to see this go is really like this idea that 11 Dunbar is a space you really actively co-create.
And you shed the ego, the title,
exactly,
the judgment, all that stuff. You leave it at the door and you show up as an alter ego where you get to creatively express yourself. Or like in Digital Birdman, it could be about art, it could be about science. There's like deep philosophical talks that they have there as well. But it's about free expression and radical accountability for yourself. And so that co-stewardship model is that we're all here to leave things better as we found them and take care of the stuff, but also contribute to this. Some people call it a project, I call it a website, members area, whatever you want to call it, but it's this living, breathing pocket of the internet that is made by and is for humans and thoughtful humans that are here to express and be creative and create stuff together and not do that for the purposes of likes or things going viral. It's just there to share that with other humans who are there to push you and to contribute to that project too and enjoy it in the way. And then maybe those things live permanently or maybe they don't. And it was only meant to be an ephemeral thing that exists for a certain amount of time. So that's what we mean by the digital kind of Burning Man experience. And then
Yeah, and I think it's also for us, like we don't know, we haven't figured it out yet. For us, it's like really learning as well as we go, building this community, this vision we have with the people, for the members and with the members, and actually co-creating this vision together, and being also students in this place. But what I'm saying is here is like,
yeah, what art teachers?
We're art teachers and art students.
Mm-hmm.
And I think today in the morning I was reflecting about this. It's still so now kind of like 11 numbers, almost like it's starting like with a very slow heartbeat, and now it's like the patience and the love we have to put in there all together to make it in a very vibrant and strong heartbeat that just like gets louder and louder. And I think this will be the result of, if like really pulling off this co-stewardship model and understanding that everyone here is a contributor. And I think I can't wait to see how this will evolve in the next weeks. And we're just starting, and the people are now assigned in the mini pods and they get to know each other. So yeah, and I think also like maybe worth sharing this still like the week before we went. So we had the call on last Saturday, and the week before we started onboarding founding members. And it was, for me, also like a reflection, like there were so many stages in the last 6 weeks. It was the first or second week when we went live, and it was like also the emotions and feelings about like anxiety and like doubt and like, is anyone gonna follow or a bad signal? Would you always love
you mean
to say?
The very beginning?
Very beginning.
First
The very beginning.
February,
Yeah. And then there was at every stage something after the interviews, inviting members to become founding members. They waiting for them to accept, and then
the first person.
Yeah. And then last week is also like the transition. Okay, now we have founding members accepting. They paid the initiation fee. Like, okay, now we're gonna onboard them. There's always was a kind of like an interesting gap, or like a learning experience with like, okay, just trust the process. Those people came here for something, and it was still like just very also vulnerable and open about this. There were always moments of like, ooh, okay, wow, okay, are some people maybe jump off, or was there something we miscommunicated or not clear enough? And I think it was, good learning.
Yeah, I mean, there's you expect some attrition or just from someone applying to the scheduling a call to do we extend an invite, and if we extend an invite, do they accept? And if they accept, do they do the initiation, the fee, and then if they do that, then they didn't sign up for the membership. Like there's all these steps in which it could cause someone to just lose interest. And that's true with any business. It's not just us. I think that's largely how a lot of membership communities work as well. But I think because the people that even get to that first stage, because our website's purposely a little opaque, it's meant to stoke curiosity, and the naturally curious people that are going to come after that and be, they're looking for this creative playground really for adults. So, but I think because people find that are already in a certain state, and they are looking for that thing that by the time they get all the way through, they're like, no, this is the thing. This is why. And then they meet us, and we're two silly dudes, and that's nice. And a lot of folks we know, and whatever, it helps. And then some of them came in through references before the thing had even started, which is incredible. And then after the town hall, we had one or two people that reached out that made immediate recommendations, like, oh, we could just get in this one or two people to round out the founding member cohort, which we had only had room for like one more. So that was awesome. So that was a good validation. But yeah, you just never know. Like, people's lives can change. Like, they're just, and it's not about, and it never is about us. Like the information, the data, and the way we show up is the same, is consistent. And it's just a good exercise in managing your own psyche and emotions when you're building any business, to just stay at it and, look at the data and just trust your gut and then make decisions. But there was no reason for us to change course at any of those points. And we stayed at it and look at the result as a result of it. Everyone is in.
Everyone's in. And
now we're cooking. But it was, that was, you got here 6 weeks ago, and that 6 weeks, that first week, we were like, are we going to be able to do this? And now where we are, it's like, how could we, it's the shift. And now I can't imagine doing anything other than this.
Exactly.
Like, this is, the dream actually has come alive.
This is exactly what the feeling we both shared afterwards of the town hall is like, wow, this is the most beautiful experience to also like the highlights. If you look back at all each other's startups and experiences we had, tech companies, the most beautiful thing was the moments of having really beautiful conversations with people, being together, being silly, helping each other emotionally, creatively, spiritually, whatever. Just being there and working with people. And I think it was such a beautiful moment on Saturday to realize after 6 months, all right, we're starting and it's real and we can't wait where this will go. And
imagine 150 of those folks all in there at the same time, leaning in and contributing and trying to build this thing together and the excitement and stuff. And that's just the digital part of it, not much less the in real life stuff that we have in the works to bring people together.
And at this point, maybe just like I think mentioned last week already, but now we switched. We might update the page again, like to make it clearer. Now we switched to early bird waitlist.
Which might will open up in a month or two, or maybe sooner. But
let's see.
Yeah.
So there's going to be also limited spots again for the early bird waitlist. But founding member round is like closed and sealed. We said like we had I think one more spot open, which now we look into. But if you're interested, you can still go to 11dunbar.com and sign up for the early bird waitlist, and you will notified once we open. And I think one more thing about the whole process, because I think I didn't realize how much impact this would have. It's just like the way we present the homepage itself, because we also look at on the data, like there's like a huge chunk of people, they land on 11dunbar.com and they just drop off, because it's not like the classic website you would expect. It's vague. You don't really know what it is on the first site. It breaks the standard web flow UX you would understand from marketing flows. So this already, I think we knew it. We wanted to have that, but I didn't know it would be so effective and really filtering already like for a certain kind of person.
There's actually not much I would change.
No.
In the next round, because it works so well. You just want more people to hit it, and then it'll filter out the right ones, especially if it leads to exactly what we got in this round. Then that's great. So that's all the good stuff and some of the reflections. I will say one of the challenges now of this process is just you're just herding cats. You got all these like really high agency people, and this is all we do. This is our full-time thing, right? And this is hopefully the last job we'll ever have. And so this is all we think about. So we're in the WhatsApp, we're like creating stuff, and like, hey, like, what's up? You good? Like you have to remind yourself of building these things that they're good. They got lives. They're here. Like
we're just like full time, two guys full time on this.
Yeah, like Night at the Roxbury, like trying to enter the club, and we're just ready to go. And so it's
going to be a learning as well.
Exercise in patience, and also just how much time people can give towards the stuff, and how much time they want of us, and because we're part of this is we're offering our collective experience and our individual experience to folks that need that, whatever that even means for inner game or for career stuff or whatever. But
and I think I'm really looking forward to this, learning this dance, the balance of like, okay, finding the balance at 11 number works really nicely. And yeah, you're right. I think just always reminding ourselves like, hey, those are people there. They have lives. They have full-time jobs, and like, yeah.
Like, hey man, did you respond to that WhatsApp thing?
Hey, man.
No, I didn't. It's very funny. And we learned this from one of our peers in the space too. But the framing of, if you're in one of these communities, which most people are in some form, maybe it's not a paid membership, but like it's just even a friends group chat thread. Like a lot of times it's a river, not an inbox, right? Like
that was a very good concept what he shared.
I love that framing.
It's really good.
So it's like, hey, just remember you're here to consume and look at this stuff and contribute whenever you can. But at the end of the day, it's not, you have to read everything. Yeah. And so we have to remember that for ourselves.
Exactly.
Because we read everything.
But not everyone will read everything.
Yeah, exactly. So, that's been good. But so what do you want to, anything you want to add to that? Or I'm curious what kind of just maybe even non-11 Dunbar stuff, like the last 6 weeks, any highlights, lowlights, anything jumping out at you, like any cool experiences other than last night's Miami Heat game, which
was awesome.
Your first NBA
game.
That
was awesome things again. It was like really cool experience, the NBA game. I really enjoyed it. It was very American. In a good way. Like I love it.
Jalapeno nachos.
Yes. And chicken tender.
And a Coke.
And a Pepsi. First time Pepsi, I think.
It's not as good as Coke.
Not as good, but
it's from North Carolina where I'm from.
Really?
So it's maybe...
okay. But I liked it. It was good.
It's
good.
fine. It's just different.
Highlights. I think there were many. I think I would say the whole 6 week was a highlight for me personally. Of course, there were many learnings in this as well. Like, like I've been now kind of like separated from my partner Alexandra for 6 weeks, and looking forward to reconnect with her and like seeing her again. And like, it was also my mind is like, being 6 weeks away is like also the risk and the sacrifice you do, and the weight of it is like, okay, it was a bit of like in the beginning, of course, the pressure, like this sacrifice needs to be worth it, of course. Like you come here and like I hope you come here like with, of course, with the hopes and the optimism that things will turn out in a really nice direction. I didn't know how it will turn out, but there was the hope that, like at least there was a positive signal that when I come back, like this is working. We're going to continue. Boom. And it did. High five on that.
Yeah.
Rather, really. So there was like this layer, but I think I received from you so much support, from my partner Alexandra so much support. I think,
and the people here, like
and the people here,
some of my friends
really.
And stuff that showed up, like we had a good time. It was good
really good time. And for me, also like being here with you, share this with you. We did the cacao ceremony. I'm not gonna share everything in detail. It's very heart to heart, but I think just being with you here and working with you, and like we were basically roommates, and it felt so natural, so loving, so funny. So I grew a lot just being next to you, observing you, how you approach problems, how you talk to people, how you would solve certain things or approach things. For me, it was I learned a lot from you. Like it's very, very nice seeing you in action. And I think I'm also very not surprised, but also like how well we worked together for 6 weeks, almost like except the sleeping part. But other than that, well,
what do you mean by that?
We were basically in the same room all the time,
except for sleep. Yeah,
you have your own
part.
Bedroom. Exactly, that's what I mean. Yeah,
just making sure for the audience they understood what you meant by that. No, you had your own bedroom. Yeah, it's 2-bedroom place. But
and I think that's actually very rare, and I think it's very
that we could be
exactly like this.
We're locked in here
exactly
for 6 weeks straight. Like we take a couple walks a day, go to the gym 5 days a week, and
it worked.
I don't
so
let
well.
you out. Otherwise, no,
So
we're sitting in here, we're doing stuff.
It was very healing, also for me in terms of like many previous startup experiences. So thank you, man. It was for me, if you said like highlight, I think the whole 6 weeks was a big capital H highlight.
Yeah. Likewise, thank you. We shared all this on our cacao ceremony last night to wrap things up. But yeah, dude, like you're awesome. You know that. We can spend the rest of the podcast talking about that for sure. Yeah, it's really cool to work with someone and then live with someone. I'm 42. You're 30 something, 36.
Yeah.
And so to do this is like two older dudes. Is not tricky. I mean, it's not easy, right? And so, yeah, we just had a good time. We worked well together. I think that says a lot about the longevity of this too. And it's important for the early paces of this stuff. But yeah, I learned a lot. I learned a lot about myself. It was like it's good accountability having someone here too, especially coming out of sabbatical and then starting to work. I took a sabbatical for a little over a year after exiting the Nerdle and Spectrum. So, I didn't necessarily want to do that yet. when I met you in September, I was doing all right. But I was also still searching for the thing that I wanted to do, this one job that could have a massive impact on really on a small scale to start. And man, did I really feel like I hit that by meeting you and what we get to do here. So yes, thank you for being who you are. It's great. It's gonna be a bummer to see you go, dude. You're gonna be gone. You can come back in like a month, but I won't be here. You're not coming back to
exactly.
Miami.
So yeah, what's happening?
Yeah, I'll go to Asheville. It's like we're gonna drive up Asheville and then we're gonna check that out. I got family obviously there. I do an adult special needs camp called Camp Joy for the last 8 or 9 years. My great aunt, she's 86, she's a firecracker. She's awesome, big into games. Every time I go, all she wants to do is play board games and card games, and she does not like to lose. So this like using your imagination thing and playing games is all people in my family are all like this. But yeah, leave here, pack up all my stuff. I'm going to reduce everything down to what I can fit into like a standard SUV, which I think is 2 of my hand pans, some simple electronics that just are expensive, and then a couple bags of clothes, and that's it.
Amazing.
And then no U-Haul, just get rid of so much stuff. And I think that'll be super cathartic. And then drive up there and see if I like it. And if I don't, great, come back or go somewhere else or just keep on moving. I don't know. It's if I feel what we get to do.
I think
you
will
really
keep on
nice.
moving forward. I think if it's Asheville, I have a feeling if Asheville it's not hit, if it's just like it's going to be forward motion.
Or just go around and visit all the members that we've got. Like check out Atlanta and got friends in Atlanta too. And then New York, we got a bunch of people there.
Exactly.
Texas, California, just maybe just bounce around for a bit. And see.
Exactly. I mean, one of our ideas, which is a bit crazy, but we love it, adventurous, is like that we maybe in 6 to 8 weeks we're going to rent a camper van and then just do a 11 Dunbar member tour in the US.
Anyone that knows me is going to laugh if they hear that because the one time I went to Burning Man, I took 2 showers a day. Which
what was your nickname?
I don't even know how that was legal on the playa, but I did it. I was called Mr. Clean. I had one girl come up and hug me. She was like, "You're the cleanest thing I've seen in days.
Wow.
Can I hug you just to be cleaner?" She started crying because I handed her a camping wipe. That was like my gift. I was there because I wanted other people to be clean. And she's
so
like,
cute.
She's like, "You're Mr. Clean." So that's kind of stuck. It's pretty funny. It's very accurate. So yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna deal with that, but it seems like a fun adventure. Even if it's just like my grandparents did this with my mom and her 4 brothers back in like the 80s in a camper van. They did it for like 30 days and did the whole circumference of the U.S. And I've always thought that was just awesome. Like, can I do that? Like, I've never seen so much. I've done all stuff all around the world, but just so much I haven't seen in the U.S. So to be able to do that in a fun experience, take this show on the road, take the hand, be in nature, go meet people that are members and just meet people out in the world and just talk to them. And
Exactly.
That sounds like what a cool adventure. And the fact that we have, the resources or the wherewithal to just do that and do what we do with 11 Dunbar 2 sounds like a real blessing. And, hopefully we get a chance to do something like that.
I'm very confident about this. Yes.
If it was just me on my own, I would never do, I shouldn't say never, but I probably wouldn't do that on my own if I didn't have someone like that push me to do it. So yeah, it sounds like I'm going to be dirty for a little bit.
I'm going to be dirty.
Yeah,
I
don't know. We're going to have to overcome some challenges there, but yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah, and I think so.
I just want to see people. I just want to get out. I want to get. I've been here 5 years. I went in my hermit mode a little bit during the sabbatical after I did some traveling, saw some family and friends and stuff. But now I just want to I want to go fly around and see just see some stuff, see some people,
sounds
and
epic.
do what we're doing
Yes.
with 11 Dunbar. It just sounds
Because
awesome.
11 Dunbar allows us to do that and just like meeting people, going on adventures, and inviting the members to join us on adventures. I think it's going to be so cool. And maybe it's like one thing we want to plan already this year, which there's a little. Maybe. Let's see. I think what would be awesome, but we do realize that, it's not digital first 11 Dunbar, but we also want to provide some in real life.
It's digital first for now.
Except for now. But there is one idea, just going to name it once, which is I think it would get us really excited about as well.
Mm-hmm.
To organize, maybe part of the road trip at some point, but to organize this 3 to 5 fully immersive creative retreat where there are no phones, no internet. People just come. We're going to provide the toys and the materials, and they can draw a painting. They can play around with music. Maybe they can hack around on some hardware. And we want to. I think it's going to be our first, maybe one gift for our founding members to organize this for them and bring everyone together. It might be part of the road trip somehow. Who knows? But I think
there's 2 parts to that. One is just, hey, we're going to be in Sedona or upstate New York or Costa Rica or anywhere, and just, hey, y'all want to come join us? We're going to do some creative stuff and music and art related, just little kids, right? Very wholesome, good energy stuff, being in nature, and then also just planning like an official event where it's just pure immersion into being creative. I think they all seem to really be into that. So yeah, I am excited about it. I think that could be a mainstay of kind of the DNA of the company, or just 11 Dunbar moving forward.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And yeah, my part. I mean, I'll go back today to Vienna, and really excited about this. And then I think in 6 to 8 weeks, I have a feeling we're going to be reunited.
Wherever I end up.
Wherever.
It could be back
Whatever
in
it is.
Miami. It could be Asheville. It could be somewhere else.
Yeah. We do have also some cool
It's
stuff.
terrifying to think about, but yeah,
It's
exciting
terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah. We might also have something cool. It's not confirmed yet, so I can't share too much. For maybe in April, something in Helsinki, but I can't share too much yet.
Yeah, that'll
But
be cool.
once it's confirmed, we'll talk about it because it's something we would like to explore even more.
Yeah, I like the concept of us being art teachers and art students.
Yeah.
And this whole K to, is that noise from the thing? I don't know what that was.
It's from outside.
The motorcycle. It just totally went through my brain. But the whole K through 5 or K through 12 education of helping people, individuals, maybe even teams of people with this like understanding how to think like a product manager and like an engineer to bring ideas to life and go through the hackathon, teach them tools. But that stuff sounds really exciting. I'm really excited to see where that goes, not just for 11 Dunbar members, but other ways for us to creatively help other people in unique ways. So anyway, so that might be something that comes out eventually.
We might share soonish about something
we'll
about
see.
that. Sweet.
Let's do it a few more times. We've done it a few times. Let's do some stuff. Let's get that button up.
Yeah, I think I'm super pumped, man. I think to bring this episode maybe to an end. I think
bring it home.
Bring it home.
Land this
I'm
plane.
just like, look at where we are right now after
It's great.
6 to 7 months, and super grateful, man. Yeah.
I have one reflection on this. So in company building, there's always someone's upset. Someone doesn't like a decision you make. A board member, it could be an investor, it could be a partner, it could be a customer, it could be an employee, your co-founder, it could be anything. Anyone could just, there's always someone that didn't like something that you do, even if in the highest levels of success. And you just have to have a thick skin.
Yeah.
And also just take things with a grain of salt, because you're kind of the only one, especially as CEO and co-founder you're kind of the only one that has all the information in the way that you do. And that's why it can be a lonely role. That's why people frame it that way, because it's information asymmetry, and a lot of people just don't know how to like reflect on that and then kind of use that in a healthy way. But the difference with company building in here is like there's always someone upset at you or mad at you. But with this thing, like I don't feel like it's so different. We don't have employees, it's just you and I. We have a great connection and great relationship. And then with the members, I can't imagine a world in which someone's going to be just radically upset with us or the experience. Just like, hey, you have feedback. That's great. Let's talk about it. We can build anything. We can literally build any experience. We can make this whatever we want. It's so open. It's so creative. It's so human. And it's to be human is to be messy and creative and just to try things out. And we're going to continue to do that. And I love that, because I don't mind hard conversations, but I just want to make people happy. I just want to like bring people together and like get them to expand in all sorts of interesting ways. And when it's framed under that kind of dynamic, this puts me at a lot more peace.
Yeah, and I think
and I'm sure there'll be hiccups and like a challenge.
Absolutely,
that's normal. That's everything in life. But it's different than just you don't have the software. Like this thing broke or like whatever.
Exactly.
And then people get, and if you think about what that is, like someone's so upset about work. And to quote Allen Iverson, we're talking about practice.
Practice, man.
We're talking about not the game, and the game being here, just being human, like just having fun, like just we're talking about work. You're upset about this work. We can just talk like people and overcome anything. And I think that's the
100%.
beauty of this community thing is this isn't work. This isn't about money. It's not. There's not like these stakes, it just seems upside down to even say those words out loud. This is just about being human, and I just know that anything that comes up, it's like, just talk. Just talk to us.
Exactly.
Like we'll make this right. We'll build whatever we need to build. Software, games, ideas, retreats. Like, it doesn't matter.
I think this is also like, it just inspired me to think about this way. It's also like we are. As we talked about this, we're just so used to consume products, and I think it is something happening right now where suddenly we flip the whole narrative. You not just consume something. Actually, you have this agency to co-create this experience, and I think this flip is the most beautiful thing we can imagine, because like, you know, like something is missing. What is missing? Let's co-create together for you, for us.
Especially for this membership thing.
Yeah.
It's like, we don't have something in the community. Let's build it. Let's
Yeah,
create it.
let's create it.
Physical, digital, you know, process, routine, new habits, anything. And maybe even you'll see this in the workforce too in the years to come, as people get AI and whatever, or adaptivists or generalists become, you know, more predominant in society. Like, folks will just realize you can, and they call manifestations a buzzword, but it's like, you know, you can just create stuff, right?
Exactly.
Like, we can all create anything. But for us in this experience, whatever we don't have, we're dedicated to going and creating it,
100%.
building it. And I know the founding members are too, and eventually the rest of the 150 will feel that way too.
100%.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. So let's go do that.
Let's go do that.
Yeah. 2 high fives.
Two high
One
fives.
podcast.
Good high five so far.
Yeah.
All right then. Hey, thanks for listening. And next time we're going to be remote episode.
Make it work.
Where we're going to be. Thanks, Justin.
Thank you.
Oh, you have to press stop.
Oh, I have to press. Peace.